Nation! Woo! Yeah. Yes. You know what, Nation? I really missed you guys. There's so much to talk about this week, mainly tea.
Texas tea.
Yeah. Yummy.
Now, normally I wouldn't bring up a mundane topic for all the tea in China. That's right, all the tea. I myself attended 3 tea parties on Wednesday, and I'm really upset that not one person offered me a cup of tea.
Boo.
So you know what I did? I brought my own today.
All right.
The Arizona, yeah. Let's get this thing. Oh, God.
Product placement.
Little.
Ooh, pinky up.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's refreshing. Excuse me. You know what? Lipton should have sponsored these things. What a waste. You guys missed out. But you know what? I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. And the taxpayer tea parties got dismissed by the media as AstroTurf, or fake grassroots, which of course many PR practitioners know is much harder to keep lit. Just ask Michael Irvin.
Oh.
Now, the liberal media made fun of the tea parties by calling them teabaggers and making endless double entendre jokes about teabagging.
What do you mean?
Even Anderson Cooper got on in the ad. Roll the video.
The trust level in the president on economic issues is extremely high, and everybody else in the administration is well below him. But the Republicans are a little below that. So Republicans have got away. They still haven't found their voice, Anderson. This happens to a minority party after it's lost a couple of bad elections, but they're searching for their voice.
It's hard to talk when you're teabagging. David Gergen, appreciate it very much. Ali Velshi as well. Thanks very much.
I guess that proves that there's no liberal media bias.
Oh.
Right. Way to go, team. And way to steal my name, Anderson. Cooper is my first name, which means I had it. Get your own name. But it didn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. David, I'm kind of a douchebag Schuster of NBC, shared his wit with us. Let's roll that video.
For most Americans, Wednesday, April 15th will be tax day, but in our fourth story tonight, it's going to be bagging day for the right wing, and they are going nuts for it. Thousands of them whipped out the festivities early this past weekend, and while the parties are officially toothless, the teabaggers are full-throated about their goals. They want to give President Obama strong tongue-lashing and lick government spending they did not oppose when they were under Presidents Bush and Reagan. They oppose Mr. Obama's tax rates, which will be lower for most of them. And they oppose the tax increases Mr. Obama is imposing on the rich, whose taxes will skyrocket to a rate about 10% less than it was under Reagan. That's teabagging in a nutshell, taking its inspiration from the Boston Tea Party when colonists tossed.
I mean, honestly, who would you rather have read the news? Me or these guys?
You.
Please.
Stick to your day job, guys. You are supposed to report the news and leave the jokes to me.
Yes.
In state government, Texas Governor Rick Perry, perhaps confusing some other herbal substance with tea, brought up the topic of Texas seceding from the Union. Apparently, Washington, D.C. has just begun to thumb its nose at the state of Texas. And as anyone who took freshman English knows, biting one's thumb is an insult. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir? Anyway, but I digress. And you know what? I don't remember Rick Perry asking me how I felt about spending $300 million tax dollars a day while occupying Iraq for the last 6 years. And if anyone had asked, they wouldn't have listened to the answer because they were too busy calling anyone who questioned the government unpatriotic.
Oh, really?
My, how the tables have turned. Now, I chastised the liberal media for their flaws. Now it's time for you Tea Partiers to get yours.
What?
The Tea Party people were upset over a Homeland Security report that warned of the growing threat of right-wing extremists. Now that's a mouthful. Gee, I wonder who was behind creating the Department of Homeland Security in the first place.
Uh-oh.
Oh, government, save me from the brown men. Wah, wah, wah. And now that a Democrat is in office, you're ready to rebel and secede from the Union. I mean, socialism or fascism? Pick one. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum, but maybe people don't know the difference. Maybe it's only considered fascism when the Democrats are in power. Not to say that the Democrats are any better, but it's like my dad used to say, when the hypocrisy gets too high on the other side of the fence, somebody got to cut the lawn.
Oh.
On the entertainment front, whoever claims that movies don't influence people is clearly mistaken. movies are to blame for the rise of Somali pirates. They watched pirated copies of Pirates of the Caribbean once too often, thought they could play pirate, and bang, now they're dead.
Man.
Sense now.
How irresponsible of you, Hollywood. But way to go, Navy SEALs. Yeah.
That's
Hoo-ha!
right. That's right.
Hey, USA.
Finally, Iowa legalized gay marriage recently. Yeah. Way to go, Iowa. Yeah. Yeah, let's give them a hand. And I don't know, I had a joke about running through a cornfield naked backwards, but we're just gonna scrap that one.
Low.
Hey.
Low.
That's all for this weekly update. When we come back, we'll have the squeeze with orange juice and biscuits. Stay tuned.